Hello Aquarius, welcome into my channel. I'm Trace. Welcome to 2026 and your January reading. I'm going to get straight into it. Thank you to those who always join me and comment and leave likes on my page. I really appreciate you. To those of you who are here for the first time, welcome in. If you like what you see, please consider giving me a thumbs up. This is a January reading and I'm going to be doing an 8-card spread with some oracles and some tarot. So stick around if this is what you like to see. Right, your card theme of the month. Let's see what your card theme of the month is. I like that one for you. And you've got the Hanged Man, Aquarius. So I'll leave that there for you. You can contemplate that just for a second or so. Look at that. And I'm going to draw your tarot cards. Right, Aquarius, I'm going to be doing 7 tarot and then 1 beautiful oracle at the end, which is your guidance from Spirit. So let's bring in some energy into these cards for Aquarius. We are looking for how you are feeling right now. You're looking for a card to clarify this theme of your month. You've got looking for a card that you will accomplish this month, what you need to avoid, what you need to embrace, what support you have available, and your action to take. So Aquarius, let's put some good energy into your cards. Let's get your messages out for you for the month, Aquarius. Sometimes I like to take those, but I'm not going to take them today. So Aquarius, what is coming up for you for the month of January? I think those are well shuffled. Okay, so this is how you're feeling right now. Awesome. This is your clarifying card of this Knight of this Hanged Man. Then you've got what you will accomplish. And then you've got something you need to avoid. Then you've got something you need to embrace. And support available to you. Beautiful. And then action you need to take. All right, Aquarius, let's get to your cards. So first of all, let's talk about your theme card for the month. You got the Hanged Man here. Now the Hanged Man, all right? You can see this guy. He's hanging upside down. He's tied to the pole at the top here. And he's just chilling. He is just relaxing. But what is he doing? He's looking at things upside down. So telling you to enter this year into different prospect in your mind. Don't think about things the same way that you did when you were in 2025. And you see this beautiful enlightened halo around his head. This is what happens when you take a step back. You know, there's that syndrome where you are in a situation, when you are heavily into a situation and you feel like you're so bogged down with it and you can't see out of it and you can't find a way out of it. You close your eyes. You imagine yourself on a stage and you walk back into the audience and you sit in the audience and you look at the stage. And this is what Spirit is saying to you now, what you need to be trying to do with your life is just sit back and look at life differently, because that's where you find the answers. That's where you see things differently. And that's when your mindset changes, the way you look at people change, the way you look at a situation. It's almost that breath gives you an enlightened view. And so this is a pause card. So you're asked to come into 2026 on pause. Isn't that awesome? I love that. And I think with that little energy coming in with the pause, there's so much you can do there. There's so much that you can think about. There's so much you can revisit, redo. It's almost like Spirit saying to you, know what? When you suspend it like that, there's a space that you can just be with. And you could perhaps waste some time and just breathe. So I think that is definitely what you need to be doing. And then your Magician card is saying to you, in that space, that is when you manifest differently. That is when you connect with something higher than yourself. Have a look how this Magician is just eyes closed. And look what's happening. She's transforming into something completely different. And eventually, you move forward differently for yourself. You process things differently. You realize that you've got all sorts of tools that you've learned in this space. So that's how you're coming into the month. And I like that for you because it's saying that you're not rushing. You're just taking the time. But look what this is saying to you now. Knight of Swords. Now, knights are usually very, very fast energy. So this is clarifying for you, saying to you, what will happen is your head will be clear. Swords are your thinking. Swords are your communication. And this is clarifying to saying to you, you will have a different attitude, a different response, a different way that you can move forward. And that is what this Knight is saying. I will move forward with no drama, with a better communication for myself, communication to others. So that's clarifying your monthly card here. And then you will accomplish such a lot more. And the kings are beautiful energy. A king is in control of everything of his suit. Now the pentacles is your practical life. So you will find that practical life here after this pause will feel so different for you. You'll be kinder to yourself, you'll be kinder to those around you. And see what he's doing. He's steering his own ship. This king is in charge of his life, where he knows, you know what, I'm actually not going to worry about money because I'm putting in the effort, what I get out. So what a lovely, lovely energy coming in for you, what you will accomplish this month. Spirit is telling you, this is the place that you'll get to. You'll get to this determined energy. You'll get to this abundant energy of your life. Look at all these stars around the card too, saying to you that you will feel so differently. And then your next card, what must you avoid? And this is boredom. This is getting into a space where you are, oh, you know what, I'm just over everything. And this card is saying to you, I don't even want to read a book. I don't even want to meditate. But this is, whoopsie, everything's spinning around. Yeah. What this is saying to you is in this pause that you do take, you will avoid feeling so bored with life, feeling like, oh, I've got nothing to look forward to. And then you'll be able to see things differently when you take this time out, because look what's coming in. Cups are your emotions. Cups are heartfelt things. And there's something that wants to come in for you, Aquarius. Look at that. Something new wants to come in, and look what she's doing. She's looking the other way. So avoid these obstacles that you get into, the sort of rabbit hole that you can get into in your mind. And this is saying to you, don't be bored with life. Just take the time out, meditate. And this is also another meditation card. So avoid getting into a space of, oh, it's the same old, I really can't do this anymore. That's what that is saying to you there. So try and avoid that. I can give you some examples of this. And, you know, this is leaving text too long. So, in other words, don't be on the back foot with text. This could also feel as if you're not responding to things. Let's say you've got a couple of things that are needing to be done, and you're just putting them on the back burner. But, you know, this pause here is in a bit of contradiction for you. But what it's saying is don't leave things for the last minute. Do them in pace. Otherwise it becomes overwhelming for you. And that's exactly what that is. So, you know, sometimes you can sit on your phone and doom scroll. That is what this is also about. Yeah. And if you're out with friends, try not to be distracted from them. Try and be more concentrated and be engaged and be more involved in life. And that's what the Hangman is saying to you. Look at things differently in life. And I think this is your whole attitude here, is that you might feel a little bit bored going into 2026. That's interesting. And then you've got here what you need to embrace. Now, pages are usually the energy of adventures and going on a quest and finding a new step up in life. And this page is the swords. So again, you've got knight and page of swords. So what this is saying to you, what you need to embrace is that new way of thinking, new ideas. Train your mind to look at things differently in your life. Not so boring, not so meh. I really can't be doing that. Change your diet a little bit. Maybe you're eating the same foods over and over again. Maybe you take the same road when you're driving. So this is what this is saying to you, is when you look at life differently, when you take that time out, and when you follow this advice from Spirit here of doing something differently, your whole mindset shifts, and your whole mindset will become, you know what? I actually don't need to be the same old. I don't need to doom scroll. Find some kind of a hobby maybe, perhaps, and do things differently. And this is what your Magician card is saying to you. When you're coming into the month, do something differently. Then your support. Look at this here. You've got this Fool card. Now you've got Major Arcana and Major Arcana here. Now those two are saying to you, this is a big message for you. Perhaps make sure that when you are doing all of this, don't ever go back to the way you were doing it, because the Fool card is doing something different. It's doing something different in a way that you find exciting and maybe a little bit scary. Maybe take a little bit of a risk. So when you take this time out, you pause, come back with that kind of attitude. And your last card here is the action to take here, is saying then you will look at life differently in your cups. You will see this, the two energies are so different here. She's looking away, you've got the Two of Cups here. You'll be on better relationship ground with other people, with yourself as well, because this is also pertaining to yourself, the masculine and feminine of yourself. It's saying that you will have an enlightened view of people around you. You might even see people differently. You might even revive your relationships. So Aquarius, you've been asked to take a leap of faith here. And this is what this is saying, is in that support, Spirit is giving you this message, this almost like new energy to say to you, when you take this time out, this pause out, you'll be able to see life so differently, and perhaps even take a little bit of a risk and try something different in your life. Wow, that's so nice for you, Aquarius. So I'm now drawing your guidance from Spirit card. Something came in here too. Here, this little crystal flower coming in. This usually means you are supported by Spirit. You're supported by your guides. You're supported by God. You're supported by angels. Whatever you believe in. This is a little message. And you see this here too. That's also saying that this is the hand of God coming in. So you've got there, here, and here saying to you, Aquarius, we've got so much waiting for you. And look what your end card is here. Is this what you will accomplish? There is magic happening for you. So in Aquarius, they're asking you to embrace your life a little bit more so you can get on better ground with yourself and everybody else. And I think that's also like if you pertain to normal life. Okay, let's say you are feeling like, oh, I've got to go back to work on Monday, or I've got to make some decisions in my life. The Spirit is saying to you, you know what, take 2026 with that attitude. This new hands-on attitude, with this new risky attitude, with this new look on lease on life. Let's see what your cards say. Oh my gosh, you got the same as Capricorn. I love that because it actually fits in so nicely. And it's saying high energy, summer. Now, when you look at your whole message here, you haven't got a very high energy coming in your reading. The frequency here is quite low. It's saying that perhaps you, as I said, bored. There's so many things that you're doom scrolling. You feel like you haven't shifted from 25 to 2026. And this summer energy is saying to you here, no. We are giving you this beautiful message from Spirit saying, jump into action. Even if you are in the winter pace of the earth, there's nothing wrong with it. The high energy is saying, embrace this period. Fast-paced change will happen for you. There you are. This clarifying card. You will feel differently after you take this time out. So there'll be a fire burning for you. There it is there. There's fire burning in your chest. Passion for life. And you will feel alive. And you'll feel like you're in a summer part of your life. So what it is that you need to pour energy into your life. Take this time out. That is your question you ask here. What is it that I need to pour my energy into this first month, this January month? And I think that's where your answer is lying for you. Right, Cappies, I'm going to do your last card here. This is about your feelings and your emotions. I've got a Moonology card here. Let's see what Spirit wants to give you around the full moon that's coming up today and the new moon that's coming up on the 18th. What are your feelings for the month? What is Spirit's guidance for you about your feelings? I always like to look for one that jumps out, and there's one there. Let's see what your feelings are all about. And you've got, oh wow, full moon, eclipse. So this is saying conclusions are within reach. So whatever it is that you feel like is at loose ends, that's very much your reading. You do feel like you are just not getting there. So conclusions are within reach. So I'm going to just quickly go to the guidebook and see what your message is from that. Conclusions are within reach. And it's a full moon eclipse. Full moon eclipse, page 96. Let's see what this is. Extra little message for you here. And it says that doors that slam shut will not reopen. So when you're closing off this old energy of 2025, it's time for you to get back on track. Yes, it is. There it is. Meditation, right? That came in here. And also, forgiveness will set you free. So the full moon eclipse is just like a door slamming shut. It's saying that you've pulled this card, you've got this card for a situation that is done. It's done now. That situation is done. And that's what this is saying to you here, is that contemplate the time. Switch off things that have to be closed off. Someone or something. And if you have to forgive them, take the time out. Have this light energy to forgive them. There's the beautiful new energy coming in for you, but you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it, Aquarius. So I think, the full moons are always about, and we're in a full moon today, the 3rd of January, which I'm doing my reading on, is that it's always a time for conclusions. You always got to close something off. But this eclipse is saying it's on steroids now. So there is something that you need to end off from 2025, and you don't want to carry it through. So if it's causing you darkness right now, which is how this card comes through, you've been given all the advice to find the light. And this is saying you will achieve it. This is you're going to accomplish this month. So those are the sparkles. Aquarius, that's what you're looking for. Gosh, how exciting for you. I know you might feel like you don't feel like it, but keep coming back to this message because you will find it. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you hear. And I'll chat to you again next month. Take care.